Hi there. So I'm Demitri. I'm with the Demitri team. I have a team of agents across the state of Florida, and I have put together a class. And this is, I've been teaching this really for the last 3 years, probably practicing it myself and teaching it to the agents on my team. But I finally wrote it out, put it together, and created a class called 100 Days from Zero to 100K. And I've made it, formalized now, and that's when I'm coming to you. So I have this class. It is going to start April 20th, so that's a week from this Wednesday. It's going to be on Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. We're going to go 10 weeks, is what we're going to do. You can come in person to our office, or you can do it Zoom online. So at our office, we're in Palm Beach Gardens at 6271 PGA Boulevard. So you can come there, or like I said, do it online. We are open to all agents, no matter what brokerage you are with. So as you've probably noticed, I got my Keller Williams logo there because I am an agent with Keller Williams. But since this is my class, and actually, quite honestly, most Keller Williams trainings are open to anybody who would like to come and do it. But with my class, I'm open no matter what brokerage you're with. I am limiting this class to 30. The primary reason is that I am charging a ridiculously low price for this class. It's not what I'm intending to charge in the future, and I'm doing it because I have some requests from you as well. So in this class, you are going to learn everything that you need to know so that you can be in production and earn $100,000 or more a year. It is detailed, it's in-depth, it is certainly practical, it's current, and it's proven. So these are all things that my agents have done, that I have done, and have had success. And so everything you're going to get taught, there's no theory about it. And we do know where the money, the earning 100K or more, very easy. It's very practical with that. Next thing, there are 14 modules in this class. Now I'm going to tell you, I moved pretty quickly through this stuff. There's a lot to cover in those 10 weeks. Those 14 modules have a minimum of 5, and many of them have 12 to 15 little topics that we're going to talk about in those modules. You're going to need to bring yourself a notebook. Be ready to take a lot of notes. You might as well bring a couple pens in case I run you out of ink. Now, with every module, I will have a handout. Now, here's what the modules are. First module is So You're a Realtor. Well, I know you probably saying to yourself, well, gosh, I already know what a realtor is. Well, I bet you don't know my version of what a realtor is, and that's what we're going to talk about. Lead generation. You're going to learn how to do lead generation. I realize some of you probably already figured out how to get some leads, but we're really going to take you to the mastery class on lead generation. We're going to talk about people and conversations. How do you strike up conversations with people? How do you get them on the phone? How do you talk to them in the elevator? How do you walk down the street and talk to somebody? We're going to really get you into being comfortable in having a conversation and feeling at home so that you can, again, back to the earlier module, lead generation. We're going to talk about HOAs and POAs. Some of you probably have already done some transactions in HOAs or POAs. I've done a lot, and I have quite a few stories and a lot of practical advice that I think will help you as you get to those types of transactions here in the future. We're going to talk about you building your brand and how to launch it and what the importance of that building your brand is. A lot of people don't even understand what that means. Technology. So my background is technology. I have since 20 years, my first 20 years, I owned a telephone interconnect. I owned a computer business, and I owned a internet company. All of those, obviously technology. I'm a programmer, so I'm covering technology, not for you to be a programmer or anything, but our industry is heavily relies on technology. We're going to talk about how you are going to utilize that technology to better your business and improve your bottom line. We're going to talk about marketing. So we're going to talk about not just the simple stuff that you hear day in and day out, but we're going to talk about some great strategies that are going to help you apply both the technology portion to that marketing, but also some common sense stuff that you can do day one and start generating business. We're going to build a database. Now, you're not going to do programming again. We're going to build a database. That database is You got to think of it as your data bank. So what is in that database are all these leads that you have, all these people that you know, and those people represent money. Most agents take a look at, well, who can I close today? Because they're worried about paying their bills this month. So they're really looking at that instant gratification. In building your database, you're going to get some instant gratification stuff out here, but you also need to build that database for the tomorrow, for the next month, next week, next year. You're going to build that because becomes your data bank. Like I said, it's a bank. You can bet money is in there and coming to you. You're going to look at how to create effective automation. Again, the computer guy, I'm going to show you how to take a lot of these tasks that you're doing manually, this double, triple entry that you're doing in different systems, and show you how we can utilize automation to make that much easier and fluid for you. We're going to show you how to do paperwork. Now, I realize you've probably taken classes, you've probably done some paperwork, but I'm going to show you how to master that part of the paperwork so that you're comfortable with it. Everything is covered. Both from a listing standpoint as well as from a buyer standpoint in doing a transaction. I'm going to show you how to manage your realtor life. Many of you, unfortunately, have been brainwashed that you're in a profession that requires a 24/7. That is not true. If you are a 24/7 robot out there and that's how you are operating, you're going to be dead in 5 years because nobody can survive doing 24/7. Next thing we're going to do is talk about building your team. That team, like me, I have a team of agents. But before I had a team of agents, I had a team. And that team were all those people that helped in allowing my business to grow and flourish. For instance, you're going to need a realtor, you're going to need other realtors to rely on. You also are going to need different contractors, electricians, plumbers. You're going to need inspectors. You're going to need lawyers. There's all kinds of people. There's a whole big list that you need, and we're going to cover all that. And how do you build that team? We're going to talk about different transaction types. You know, there is more than just a listing and more than just a buyer buying a house. There's a bunch of different transaction types. Many of these transaction types you probably have never experienced. Some of them are on the horizon for us. They're coming, and we're going to talk about them and get you ready for them. And the last is resources. We're going to talk about what are the resources that you need. You know, what are they, so that it helps you all the way around in your business, saves you money, saves you on taxes, saves you a lot of headache, and really, like I said, grows your business. All right, next item. What are we doing? Well, like I told you, there's a handout each module. Many of them 5 to 15 topics in those modules we're going to be covering in depth. What's the cost? So now you're looking like, man, do I do this? Well, the cost is $200. Plus, I got an agreement. Now, let's step back to the $200 for a minute. Let's say you made 60 grand last year, and you take this class and it propels you to make 100 grand. That means that $200 just made you $40,000 more dollars. I think $200 and getting $40,000 for it is a terrific ROI. If you don't, then you don't need to sign up. But if you do, then what I'm going to ask you to do is to consider you should just go ahead and spend the $200 and let's find out if this is truly going to make a difference for you. What do I want from you? Well, one, I want you to attend all the classes. That's important. Whether you're doing it online, whether you're doing it in the classroom. And I want you to write a testimonial. I want you to write honestly, was this class worthwhile? Was I good at what I did? Did I suck? Maybe I'm not the teacher that I believe that I am, or others have told me that I am. Go ahead, give me a testimonial. I love the truth. I'm a straight shooter person, but I am looking for honest testimonial / feedback from that standpoint. Next thing is absolutely feedback, which is different than testimonial. Feedback, what I'm looking for is, what could I have done better in the class? What did I do really well, like blew your mind about it? That'd be great. What could I do that would potentially improve the class? So I'm looking for some honest objections, objectivity to what I'm teaching you. The last thing, like I told you originally, I'm Keller Williams. Okay, so I'm asking you to consider, if you are not with Keller Williams already, I'm asking you to just take a chance, have a conversation with our team leader, Chevelle. She's very low-key. You'll find her down-to-earth, very pleasant person. She has no, there is no pressure. She's going to talk to you, tell you all the facts, give you reasons why you might consider coming to Keller Williams. If you turn out that Keller Williams is not for you, no problem. I just ask that you take a look. Let's see whether that's there. All right, so those are the things that I'm looking for for you to get that trade-off where I'm going to give you this phenomenal training. All right, at the end of the class, when you walk away from this class, you should have no problem in finding both seller and buyer leads. That should be a dream. You should be able to easily write a listing agreement and an offer contract with total confidence, understanding everything that you need to do. Next thing, you're going to be able to make calls. Now, I say make calls. That means whether you're walking down the street meeting somebody, you're calling them on the telephone, or you're going door knocking in a neighborhood, that you're going to be able to stand in front of people and have a conversation and be able to handle any objection that they give you to end up getting that person into your database. Remember that data bank that you're trying to build. You want to be able to do that. And you're going to learn how to effectively use a CRM, Customer Relationship Management. CRM is a database that holds all of that data, all that information, all of those notes, and allows you to now mine that information so that you can go out and stay in touch with people and get transactions month in and month out. I'm going to show you how to use a CRM. It doesn't matter which CRM you have. I'm going to show you how to have a model of operation that you can apply to any CRM that is out there. The last is we're going to eliminate the belief that you must learn more before you can do transactions. I find this all the time. Realtors think they have to learn. They got to keep learning. They just don't have it down enough. They get afraid of going out and doing the work because they feel like, well, there's just one more thing. I just don't know that one. I got to learn that too. No, we're going to, at the end of this class, you're ready. There is no reason why you can't get out there and bust it and make the money and get everything done. You will have all of the knowledge, all of the tools, all of the practical experience to get out and make a living at real estate. Now, does that mean that you don't have to learn anything more in the future? No, because we all need to always learn more. There's always changes. There is always a better way of doing something. And what you will need to do is, as you're doing business, things that you go, oh, I struggled a little bit with this one. Or, man, I would have liked to have known a little bit more about this one. Well, those are the things you put in your little notebook about what you need to go find out more about. So it's whether it's a book that you get to read, whether it's a class that you go to take, whether it's a conversation you have with another experienced agent to see what their take is on it. But you will always need to add to that. But the importance of this class is it will not stop you from going out and making transactions any further. You have learned enough to go be successful at real estate. Last item, sign up. Look right down below. Right now, if you're watching this video on its own, you're going to go to the 100days.thedimitritteam.com/sign up. If you're on my email that I've sent you and you're on my webpage, there's already a button that says sign up for the class. So do that. Let's get you signed up, and I look forward to seeing you in class. Hope you have an awesome day.